All right, welcome to Gidi Watch for 90.1 Last Gidi FM, your number 101 by radio station for crime matters. Yes, Gidi Watch will come your way Tuesdays and Thursday every week. And today, on top of Gidi Watch, this month of September, you go agree with me, say lots of recorded suicide by men, and in police they don't record for inside we country. And for the month of September, now month where we say we talk about the prevention of suicide. But then why we say now men now can they record more suicide? That make we talk this one now with Sabi person on top of the show today. And yes, we can still give you information about inmates now where they don't capture for Borno State, where they escape because of the flood. What happened for Maiduguri? Police talk person we go visit the state on top of special duty. SP Ahmed Wakil in follow us talk on top of this latest development. More of this and I will going to talk about. To be part of the conversation, 0700 901 901 901 be the number to call. 09063228077 be another number where you fit also call. And if you send us text message, if you send us WhatsApp message or voice notes to 09094901901. We get in the studio with us a mental health and wellness advocate, Webi Oladapo Kuku. Oluwatumishe. She they join us live for radio. So if you get questions in relating to suicide, especially by men and their mental health, there's an opportunity for you to ask those questions where you get answers to. All right, we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll join our guest and we'll tell you more to read where we get for you. All right, welcome back to Gidi Watch for 90.1 Last Gidi FM, your number 101 by radio station, especially for crime matter. Make we quickly tell you about the effort now to recapture some inmates where escape from the medium security custodial center for inside Maiduguri for Borno State. That one now done the yield positive results as Ibi say the prisoners way been come out. Some of them they recapture them back one after the other. You know, say some of them escape because of the flood disaster we happened for Maiduguri. Now the Borno State Police Command they announced that they don't arrest one person where they call Abubakar Muhammad will be one of the escapee we escape from the Nigerian Correctional Service facility last week. And the flood disaster affect the fence of this facility. We can make about 274 inmates to escape. The Bauchi State Police talk person SP Muhammad Wakil in being Dave Borno State on top of visiting on special duties. They can tell Gidi Watch say the suspect so they don't rearrest them, and he talk say this particular suspect them convict him on top of case wey concern culpable homicide and no be say na that of terrorism as people they think listen to them.
Presently, the suspect arrested is only one that was arrested. The police get the wind of him through a good Samaritan in the Gubio local government area of Borno State. The suspect was an escapee convict by name Abubakar Muhammad, who was serving a jail term of culpable homicide. What I mean by culpable homicide is the killing of human being by a human being. So he was serving a jail term of culpable homicide, and it depends on the section that was given to him during his charge. Culpable homicides may be section 221 or section 224. If it is section 221, it's life imprisonment and the penalty is death by hanging. If it's section 224, it's there must be a sentence where some certain years he may serve. But actually, since he was serving a jail term of a culpable homicide in the custodial center, medium custodial center in Maiduguri, on the September 15 at about 15:00 hours, one of the residents in Bulakara wards of Bio local government alerted the police on sighting Abubakar in the Gubio town following his escape from the medium security custodial center in Maiduguri due to the collapse of the fence wall by a flood disaster. You know, some times ago, I think some days ago, Monday, the custodial center in Maiduguri gave a press statement that some certain number of inmates were missing during the time of this flood disaster in Maiduguri, where they urged the public whenever they sighted them that they should inform them. So, in a swift response by the police patrol team, the escapee convict was apprehended and he was statement was recorded, and he was confessed that yes, he was being in the custodial center during the time of this flood disaster. He escaped. The Nigerian Police Force Borno State Command, under the amiable leadership of the CPML, will hand over the suspects to the custodial center. And we are employing the members of the public that they should help the police whenever they sighted any of the convicts, so that we'll be able to get them arrested and return them back to serve their jail term.
Now, in response to the escapees of terrorist inmates, the police talk person, SP Wakil, the talker, say the information where they get for these suspects, they way wrong come out for the Medium Correctional Center. Those ones, their crimes, no, they related to terrorism.
The issue of these high-profile cases of Boko Haram, the Custodial Center and Maiduguri have two. We have maximum and the minimum. So I don't know which of the custodial center those escapees were from. And the numbers of inmates that the world first that fell from the medium custodial center in Maiduguri, most of them, due to the statistic we have, are having various cases of culpable homicide, rape, all those offenses. In the actual sense, I don't see any issue of terrorism among those that the custodial center have reported.
All right, that one now from Borno State there. Luckily, 7 other inmates, 9, they don't record now, say they don't recapture. And one of them will be the latest, so we them they confirm it to us, and that of Muhammad, will be saying on jail term now based on culpable homicide. All right, make we move on to the matter of the day. September 10. Usually, na the day where them set aside globally to take recognize suicide prevention awareness. Now, this day, now that they use take to talk to people where they feel depressed, where they feel like say the world don't come to an end. So therefore, make them die by suicide. Now, about 700,000 people or 700,000 deaths, and then they don't link now to suicide deaths. And for inside Nigeria, many record of male suicide, and 9 police they record these days. Just last week here, we tell you about a middle-aged man who died by suicide because of, say, in wife, they cheat on him. Here for inside Lagos, 2 cases of suicide too don't happen. One concerned a 54-year-old man where we said they just identify his name simply as Olatunji. That one died by suicide for inside Agege area of Lagos State. Now on Sunday, this one take they happen for Sunday evening, and the sister now go report to police say their brother go hang himself for shop inside their apartment. Like say that one no do for inside Ikorodu too. Another suicide and night still happen for this same year, and that one happened for July, where we say this tricycle operator, because of say authorities seizing tricycle where no fit retrieve, he can't decide to take his own life. We can't ask the question, say why it be say men now they don't record them as the highest victim of suicide cases. We not fit talk this one alone. Now we say make we kukuma just carry correct person, sabi person on top of mental health and wellness matter. She be mental health and wellness advocate Oluwatumise Oladapokuku. Welcome to the program, ma'am.
I greet everybody.
Thank you. Say you find the time to even reach us, come studio. We really appreciate that one.
No
we
wala.
appreciate that.
No
Now,
wala.
the question now, why be say men? They find themselves for suicidal position.
That answer is easy. It's not easy to be a man.
It's not easy to be a man.
It's not easy to be a man.
That one day based on say society, they put too much pressure on men. Say you must be a man. You get some things where you don't need to the show for public.
You understand now. You know, say when we're talking about men generally are not given the tools to connect with themselves.
Okay.
Right. So all of us are not given tools to connect with ourselves, but because men. The society tells them that they are supposed to be in a certain pedestal. So it's very difficult for you. If you get a man, if you get a boyfriend, if you get a husband, if you get a partner, ask her, say, what's your job today?
They know actually.
They know they ever know.
Okay.
They know they, and if we be say because they fear say me they know cause pain, me they know make the woman vex, the woman done the work since morning, but you're inevitably denying yourself something. All right. So there's of course the greatest is shame. And all the time when you don't talk to dinner, man when in wife sleep with another man, how we take concern go kill himself? How? How? We of course we don't know the details of that. Even if it was, and this is me assuming, even if it was impotent, and then the woman covered his shame and went to have children on the outside, and somehow he found out, it is still on him, not her. It's still on her, not him. So the question now is, why do we put this pressure on men? Women, please don't. I don't do gender drama. Yeah, women too. We get our own for body, as in, and if you decide to start talking about female, but we are talking more about female mental health than we're talking
men mental health,
because according to statistics, it is scary. It is scary. According to statistics, 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, a man dies by suicide. In 90 minutes.
And then why you be saying now men will be saying, because of recent record they show say now men where they fall under their late 30s, in their 40s,
pressure.
Now they always go for this option.
It's pressure. And I spoke on one forum and I was saying that we get those adages. I think one way say it is better to die than to live in shame or to face the shame. It sounds like maybe originally that adage was supposed to speak to integrity. But how does it sound now?
Okay, so that one will lead me to the question about raising the male child. Because yes, society don't put pressure. We all they blame say pressure on top of the man, and so that one could come boil down to how our mothers they raise our male children.
Okay, so
in terms of confidence level,
exactly. I hope he doesn't have my head. Well, he's not listening, but but my son always has. I use this particular conversation with him all the time when I'm talking about raising a boy child, and he was telling me something about how he was in school and some girl was being totally offensive towards a guy, and he was, "Mom, I'm not touch him on a girl. Mom, not touch him on a girl." And the boy was like, "Mom, I understand. Let's empower the girl,
right?
Not to fight." But wait for that question, because it hit me. Who is telling the boy how not to start the war?
Right.
The boy can fight. His natural biological makeup is about protecting and all that. But who is giving the boy child the tool of how to be empathic, of how to be, of how to understand and label feelings appropriately? Appropriately. Know when to say yes, know when to say no. Most of us, though. That's the question. Most of us, though, even the mothers, don't have this tool. So how do we pass it on?
Now, the question now for you to answer, because now you might be the mental health and wellness advocate. But then talking about the feelings of men, it is very rare to find, say, men are taught how to express their feelings. Because, say, you be man, you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to feel bad.
You be man, cry. That's why you're a man.
Okay.
Jesus wept, didn't he?
He did. He did.
There's nowhere, because when we go back and forth, and there's nowhere in the scripture, nowhere for Bible show me where God thought Sima could not connect with her emotion. And I'll give you one. If you are looking for, I will give you. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. So we do not grieve like. It did not say we should not grieve. So where did it come from? that we should not connect with our emotions. Where? The King David that everybody gives going, he was a man after God's heart because he was in tune with his emotion.
Right.
So where did we get that a man should not feel? Where you okay, I'm here today to tell you, and I've talked for pigeon. Man are not best. Now radio nothing make me talk the pigeon one I know, but this I'm giving you permission to feel.
Right.
You have the permission to feel.
Express emotions.
Express yourself. Whatever comes up for you. Maybe you're afraid of, connecting with other people or taking it out on other people, and that is fine. Maybe journal it. Maybe take your... Make it not be say every time when we want to hang out, guys want to hang out, not only bottle will it take talk. We feel talk with other things.
Bottle up your feelings and all of that.
More not use bottle, green bottle, black bottle, everything bottle. Every other, if you take other things to talk, meaningful relationships.
Right.
And guys, stop telling your guys, no one, more just go. And because you're also dismissing that
Their
person.
feelings.
Yes, you're dismissing them. And the moment you dismiss it, the guy just goes like, okay, let me be a man. Every man doesn't talk about it.
So what do you think say they responsible for men in Nigeria not coming out, to seek help where they really need help? Because then they get to a point where we say they feel not even trust their partner to speak with or to open up with, and then a white therapist day, people like on a day. Why think they responsible for men not coming out?
Because of the fear of what their partners or their friends will use their
Against
vulnerability for.
Okay.
But you see, the person when use your vulnerability flog you, now you get problem, not be you we talk.
Okay. Okay.
You don't talk and carry the load. As if the person like me carry the load, put for head in wala, but you don't talk and free yourself. You don't free yourself. The issue of trust, yes, I understand. The issue of who do I bleed to? They're gonna mess me. I understand all of that. But the truth is, we need you here. You matter. You're important. Whatever it is you were created for, you had a reason to be here. So whoever, when you go say, I cried, you call it, it's not their load. Fine, you don't give them load, make them carry. When they carry, they go, you don't,
you're free.
your own.
You're free. All right. So lastly, what will be your word for a man now where they think of suicide as an option? Because another thing, apart from the fact, say, shame day for maybe things like infidelity, how about economic hardship, especially for the times where we did right now? What will be your word? For that man, we feel say, my life don't tire him.
I can tell you for a fact that it feels so good to want to end it. It feels so good.
Does it really feel good to want to end it?
Let's not start that conversation. But I can tell you that it feels so good to want to end it.
But not they solve the problem.
Well, it transfers the problem, but also is the question that's going on in the mind of a person who thinks as that's the last resort is okay, the shame that's going to come after, because we still shame those who are tempted, we still shame those who have done it. We still shame those who actually have done it. We still go with this conversation and say, oh, this person did it and all that. But then they're going to sit. So the certainty of the uncertain is very, very endearing. Gidi, I'm not going to lie you. The certainty of the uncertain. Okay, I already know what's on this part of it, of this dimension. I don't know what's there. Let me go start over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're not even sure.
Well, you're not even sure. But the certainty of that uncertainty is very endearing. I'm not lying you. However, I want to say to you that no matter how certain you feel about that eternal uncertainty, the certainty here, the one that you can see, can be walked on. You only need to be aware, adequately connect with yourself before you can allow, because there's nothing, people will say you will hear, but once you are you're true to yourself. You let me again. I'm sure people are tired of hearing me talk about Don Miguel Ruiz, the four agreements. You're impeccable with your words to yourself. You do not take anything personally. That anything anybody does, you know it's about them. It's not about you. You don't make assumptions, because that's what really causes us to suffer. We're making assumptions, and then this might happen. Even things that have not happened, and somebody comes to you and like, this person, And the fourth agreement, of course, is you're always doing your best. That you are here means that you're doing your best. That it is dark. It's going to get... Yeah, please.
I got a question on top of WhatsApp here. This person say, good evening, Auntie Najite and our wonderful guest to the studio. Quick one of a question for our guest here. He say, in my family, where one can be mentally disordered or involved in drug use, you see the presence of firearms in their home. How can one handle it to prevent suicide from happening in such situation?
Okay, so
I can understand that one.
Okay, I agree. So, okay, it's not money. I wanted to say Bolachi, but it's not money. All right. Okay. See. Substance use and all of that is another conversation, and then what happens when people think that when psychedelics coming and all of that is, again, the certainty of I am disconnected. There's some dissonance, there's some disconnection that comes with the pain that they're feeling at the moment. So when that crashes, then self-loathing comes in. You begin to okay, why am I constantly doing this to myself? Why am I constantly doing this to myself? And if the person lives on the couch of self-deprecation for a long time, what do you think will happen? Yeah. So what I'm going to say is it's not easy. Please get help.
Okay.
Go to the neuropsychiatric hospital. Yeah, but it is not expensive. I can tell you for sure. If you don't want to use the general word, please go to what they call the amenity. It is not expensive. There's help there for you, and people can help you work through the addiction. And hey, addiction is only not substance use. We can start that conversation and won't finish.
Because of time, this thing don't drag me go that level. I they talk to somebody most recently when they tell me say, this addiction now based on say life situations they make him, take these substances to calm himself down. And I ask him the question: when you take and finish, when you wake up back to the reality, not be the same reality. So they go over that over and over and over again. You'll come reach the point where people they decide to take their own lives because they no fit solve the situation, and substance no fit help them to solve the situation as well.
And that what I talked before, we say they not tell us. Then teach us how to dance when joy come. They not tell us how to cry
when suffering come.
And for a man, even more so. And then it becomes dismissive. We dismiss it. It's a man. It's a man. Yes, men are for responsible men. And that is where we're beginning to see deadbeats, because they want it's rebellion. I tell you, it's rebellion. No, you're not going to put that pressure on me. Unfortunately, it starts a cycle. All right. So we being dismissive of men's emotion for so long is what has taken us to this point. And I'll quickly talk about even the mental health laws of Nigeria. Yes, though it has been reviewed and we're working on it, but imagine us having the lunacy law.
Right.
Lunacy it was called, and it was colonial. So I beg, which Ishama, Shakiri man, Duma, Jebu man want to be tried under the lunacy law?
That's a topic for another day. Make we pause here. I definitely know say this conversation for mental health on top of men especially will come up more often, and we could definitely hope to get you in the studio again to speak about this one. Our guest for studio na mental health and wellness advocate Oluwatumi Shea Oladapo Kuku, and she also na author we don't write a book where they call Living Mindfully, a Journey to Begin. Well, I wish I could squeeze in this caller, but you could just be 30 seconds. I beg you as I pick your call, make it be saying 30 seconds of your contributions, and now you drop Unfortunately, that caller don't drop. Well, we go make him again on Thursday to discuss more things on top of Gidi Watch. That here make we take an end down for the program today. My name is Nanajite Atirene. Thank you so much, Oluwatumishi, for your time with us on Gidi Watch.
My pleasure.